for that. Yeah. Thank you so much, Meg, for that brief introduction, though it still extended a little bit more. But so anyway, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and good night to many. Today we have been able to join 5 continents, spreading from Brazil to Australia. So therefore, it's a truly global conference, what the session we are having today. And thanks to all the eminent speakers today who have spared time to join and discuss on this very interesting and intensive topic of psychology of mediation. Now, many of you are, mediators who have been mediation practitioners, or even students who have basic knowledge of mediation. So I'm not going to discuss, the topic itself is not on what mediation is. The topic is actually what goes inside mediation with respect to the parties involved, including the mediator. What's their mindset? Why they choose to go mediation, or what are the reasons, what are the factors which make them not to decide, not to finally resolve, or which fails mediation. So these are some of the issues, factors, and the background in which we'll be discussing today with the eminent speakers. And without taking much of the time, because we have a line of eminent speakers with good discussion on board. So I'll just start with making a brief introduction of each of the speakers, and then we'll start our main panel discussion session. So to start with, first we have from Sydney, Australia, Dr. Paul Gibson. Good night, Paul, I would say, but welcome, Dr. Paul. So Dr. Paul is an internationally qualified and experienced mediator and educator with special expertise in complex conflict management and dispute resolution. He's a former line manager and consultant, has over 40 years of experience in managing and resolving conflict. He works across spectrum of ADR techniques, you name it, and he has the expertise in all. So thank you and welcome, Paul, for today's session. Second, we have we have made it a diverse panel. So we have Ms. Olga Tsiptse. I'm sure I pronounced it right, the name. She's a lawyer in Supreme Court of Greece and founder of law firm Medilution. She is an accredited mediator of Ministry of Justice in Greece and has distinguished in mediation competition. She has founded the Mediation Center of the Thessaloniki Chambers of SMEs. So we were just discussing about, once the pandemic is over, we all would be visiting that place. So welcome, Olga, to today's discussion. Next, we have Dr. ADME, who's a principal partner of Lirain Associate from Nigeria. He's an arbitrator, accredited mediator and conciliator, and mediation advisor involved in resolving disputes throughout Africa and many other jurisdictions. He has immense years of experience in alternate dispute resolution with a view to providing strategic solution to the clients. So welcome you also, Dr. Adimi. Thank you so much for sparing time and joining in today's session. Next, we have Mr. Tony, who is, again, just like Dr. Adimi, a dear friend from Vietnam. He is among the few Vietnamese mediators having been qualified internationally by CIR London. He holds the position of Deputy Director of Vietnam Mediation Center and has been a frequent lecturer and speaker on international mediation and mediation counsel practice from Vietnam perspective. He is one of the very first ad hoc mediator registered with Ministry of Justice of Vietnam. And beside the mediation practice, he is an experienced lawyer and arbitrator with his main focus on ADR. So welcome, Tony. Thank you so much for joining in today. And last and not the least, we have Dr. Daniel Ferreira from Brazil. So we have reached the other side of the globe from Australia now to Brazil. So Dr. Daniel is a professor at University of Cândido Mendes and Ambara University in Brazil, teaching the course of arbitration for graduate and undergraduate students. He is also Vice President for Academic Affairs at Brazilian Center of Arbitration and Mediation, where he is also an arbitrator. Dr. Daniel is also Chief Editor of the Brazilian Journal of Alternative Dispute Resolution. And his leading research publication concentrate on legal theory, legal history, legal education, and comparative studies. So we welcome you also, Dr. Daniel. Thank you so much for sparing time. And therefore, let us now start today's panel discussion. And may I just start with Olga, and if I can just ask you with a very first, startup question of what, according to you, is the psychology behind mediation? I mean, just to give a straight answer to this topic, what according to you are the mindset of